Welcome back. That old Lincoln wheat penny you tossed in a jar could be worth a fortune. Some of these unassuming coins, especially rare dates and mint errors, have sold for hundreds, even thousands, of dollars. Stay tuned as we reveal the high-value wheat pennies every collector dreams of finding. The 2009 D. Lincoln Bicentennial 1-cent coin is part of a special commemorative series issued by the United States Mint to celebrate the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth and the 100th anniversary of the Lincoln cent, which was first introduced in 1909. The D Mint mark indicates that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the major facilities responsible for coin production in the United States. In 2009, the U.S. Mint released 4 different reverse designs for the Lincoln cent, each representing a key phase of Lincoln's life. Birth and early childhood in Kentucky, 1809–1816, features a log cabin. Formative years in Indiana, 1816–1830, shows a young Lincoln reading while taking a break from rail splitting. Professional life in Illinois, 1830–1861, depicts Lincoln standing in front of the Illinois state capitol. Presidency in Washington, D.C., 1861–1865, illustrates the half-finished U.S. Capitol dome under construction, symbolizing a nation in turmoil and transformation. Each design was issued for a portion of the year 2009 and minted in large quantities for circulation, including versions from both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Collectors and the public were encouraged to save these coins due to their historical significance and limited one-year designs. Your 2009 D Bicentennial cent, in good condition, suggests it has seen some circulation but still retains much of its original detail and appeal. The obverse of the coin features the familiar right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner, with inscriptions, "In God We Trust," above Lincoln's head, "Liberty" to the left, and the date, 2009, with the D Mint mark to the right. The reverse, depending on which of the 4 designs you have, will reflect one of the important stages of Lincoln's life. All reverse designs include the inscriptions United States of America, 1 cent, and E pluribus unum. In terms of value, 2009 D Bicentennial Lincoln cents in circulated but good condition typically hold only face value, 1 cent, as they were produced in very high numbers, hundreds of millions for each reverse design. However, uncirculated or proof versions, especially those in high grades or struck on special planchets, can hold more value for collectors. Despite their modest market value, these coins are significant for their historical and educational importance. They offer a snapshot of Lincoln's life and serve as a tribute to a president whose legacy helped shape the United States. Many collectors enjoy assembling a full 2009 Lincoln Bicentennial set, including all 4 designs from both the Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver D mints. Your coin, being from the Denver Mint and in good condition, is a fine representative of this commemorative year and continues to be appreciated as part of modern U.S. numismatic history. 1944 D Lincoln Wheat Penny. Condition: bad, small holes. The 1944 D Lincoln Wheat Penny was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the most prolific mints for Lincoln cents during the World War II era. It belongs to a period of high production, and millions of these coins were released into circulation. In fact, the 1944 D Lincoln cent is among the most common wheat pennies ever produced, with a total mintage of approximately 430,578,000 coins. Despite its abundance, each coin still holds a unique place in numismatic collections, especially when viewed in the context of its condition, historical era, and production background. This specific coin, described as being in bad condition with small holes, has unfortunately suffered significant post-mint damage. While the coin still retains its original features, such as the portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the two wheat ears on the reverse, the presence of small holes dramatically lowers its collectible and numismatic value. Holes in coins typically occur due to damage after minting, whether from being nailed, pierced for jewelry or display, or corroded over time. These kinds of alterations are considered severe by collectors and significantly reduce a coin's desirability. Despite the coin's poor condition, it still tells an important story. The year 1944 was significant in American and world history, as it marked the height of World War II. During this time, U.S. coinage underwent some changes to conserve wartime materials. In 1943, pennies were made from zinc-coated steel due to a copper shortage. But, in 1944, the mint returned to a copper-based alloy using recycled shell casings from the war. The result was a reddish-brown or brown-toned penny that felt heavier and more traditional than the steel cents from the previous year. The 1944 D cent, therefore, represents this return to copper and the patriotic reuse of military materials. The obverse of the 1944 D penny features Victor David Brenner's portrait of Lincoln, facing right, with the words, "In God We Trust," along the top edge, Liberty to the left of Lincoln's profile, and the date 1944 to the right, just above the small D mint mark. On this specific coin, due to its damaged condition, these details may appear worn, faint, or partially obscured, especially if the holes affect the surface integrity. The reverse shows the classic wheat ear design with 1 cent and United States of America prominently displayed in the center, surrounded by two stylized wheat stalks and the Latin motto A Pluribus Unum above. In damaged coins like this, those reverse details may be faded or worn smooth, especially if the holes or corrosion impacted the coin's surface on both sides. Value-wise, a 1944 D Lincoln cent in poor condition with holes is primarily considered a damaged coin and would generally have minimal monetary value, often no more than face value or a few cents. Such coins are generally not collectible in the traditional sense, but may still hold personal, educational, or historical significance. For example, some collectors keep heavily damaged coins to illustrate the effects of circulation, mishandling, or time. Others may find sentimental or historical value, especially if the coin was found in an old family collection or location with personal meaning. Because the coin has small holes, it is no longer considered whole or original by grading standards. Professional coin grading services, such as PCGS or NGC, would categorize it as damaged or details only, meaning it cannot receive a standard numerical grade due to its condition. Even in this state, it is a tangible piece of U.S. mint history and serves as a window into a turbulent era when every aspect of life, including coin production, was shaped by global conflict. For that reason, even coins with visible damage and flaws like this 1944 D wheat penny continue to intrigue those who appreciate the broader story of American coinage. The 1950 Lincoln wheat penny is a classic example of mid-20th century U.S. coinage, continuing the long-standing design that began in 1909. This particular coin bears no mint mark under the date, which identifies it as having been minted at the EB Philadelphia Mint. During this period, Philadelphia coins typically did not include a mint mark, a tradition that helps distinguish them from coins struck at Denver or San Francisco. On the obverse of the coin, the iconic right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln is prominently featured. This image was designed by Victor David Brenner and first appeared on the cent in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The inscriptions on the obverse include "In God We Trust," centered at the top, Liberty on the EVE, left side behind Lincoln's profile, and the year 1950 on the lower right. The absence of a mint mark beneath the date confirms that this coin was produced in Philadelphia. The reverse design features two stylized ears of wheat flanking the central. Inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America. Above these is the Latin motto E pluribus unum, which means out of many, one. This reverse design, also created by Brenner, symbolizes strength, unity, and agricultural heritage. It was used on the Lincoln cent from 1909 until 1958, after Tide Wars, which it was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial reverse. The Philadelphia Mint struck approximately 272,635,000 of these 1950 Lincoln wheat pennies, making this coin common in terms of availability. While not rare, its historical relevance and position within the broader wheat penny series give it enduring appeal to collectors. It represents a post-World War II era in the United States, a time of growth and modernization, yet still holding on to classic coin designs that connected Americans to their past. In terms of condition, this particular coin is described as good. In numismatic terms, good generally refers to a circulated coin that has seen considerable wear, but still maintains its key features. On the Sheldon grading scale, this would typically fall between G4, good, and VG8, very good. Lincoln's portrait, while worn, remains clearly recognizable. Most of the details in the hair and coat may be smoothed from use, and the wheat stalks on the reverse might be faint, but identifiable. The legends and date are still readable, which is crucial for identification and classification. Even in circulated and lower-grade conditions, wheat pennies like the 1950 Philadelphia issue are valued by collectors, especially those trying to complete full sets of the series. These coins are often used in penny boards, coin folders, and starter collections due to their affordability and historical significance. The value of a 1950 Lincoln wheat penny in good condition typically ranges from 0.05 to 0.115, depending on exact wear, color, and eye appeal. In higher uncirculated grades, this same coin can reach values between $1 to $5 or more, especially if it displays full details, strong strike, and original luster. While not rare, this coin is part of a beloved era in American numismatics. The IE Lincoln Wheat Penny series spans nearly 50 years and includes numerous rarities, variations, and mint mark differences that keep collectors engaged. The 1950 coin, especially in decent condition, contributes to the completeness of a set and serves as a physical link to the past. Beyond numismatics, the 1950 Lincoln cent is a nostalgic reminder of everyday life in mid-century America. It passed through the hands of millions of Americans, from shopkeepers and farmers to children saving their change in piggy banks. Each coin tells a story of circulation, use, and American history. In summary, the 1950 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark, in good condition, may not be a rare or high-value item, but it is a classic, historically rich piece of U.S. coinage. Its enduring presence in coin collections, educational materials, and historical discussions reflects its role not only as currency, but as a cultural artifact. Collectors appreciate it for its design, its connection to Abraham Lincoln, and its place within one of the most iconic coin series in American history. The 2009 bicentennial 1-cent coin, also known as the Lincoln Bicentennial Cent, is a distinctive and historically significant U.S. coin issued to commemorate the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth and the 100th anniversary of the original Lincoln Cent series that began in 1909. This particular coin was part of a special 4-design series released by the United States Mint throughout the year 2009, each design highlighting a different stage of Lincoln's life. In good condition, The coin retains much of its visual detail, making it a meaningful item for both collectors and admirers of American history. The 2009 Lincoln Bicentennial Cent is unique in that 4 different reverse tail-side designs were minted during the year, while the obverse, head side, retained the traditional profile of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner. The obverse features the enduring right-facing portrait of Lincoln with the inscriptions "In God We Trust" above his head, "Liberty" to his left, and the year 2009 to the right, along with the appropriate mint mark if present. The 4 reverse designs represent key phases of Lincoln's life and were issued sequentially during 2009. These include birth and early childhood in Kentucky, 1809, 1816. This design features a simple log cabin, symbolizing Lincoln's humble beginnings in Hardin County, Kentucky. Formative years in Indiana, 1816-1830, depicts a young Lincoln taking a break from rail splitting to read a book, reflecting his commitment to self-education and hard work. Professional life in Illinois, 1830-1861, shows Lincoln standing before the Illinois State Capitol, representing his legal and political career in Springfield. Presidency in Washington, D.C., 1861-1865, features the partially constructed U.S. Capitol dome, symbolizing a nation in the midst of the Civil War and Lincoln's leadership during that turbulent time. The composition of the 2009 bicentennial cents varies. While most of the circulating coins were made with the standard modern composition of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating, the U.S. Mint also released special collector's editions in a more traditional 95% copper, 5% tin, and zinc bronze alloy, similar to the original 1909-1982 Lincoln cents. The condition of this particular coin is described as good, indicating that while it has seen some circulation, the key features and designs are still visible and discernible. In this state, fine details such as Lincoln's facial features, the structure of the log cabin or the dome of the Capitol building, and inscriptions may show signs of wear but remain largely intact. The coin likely has maintained a uniform color, with only minor blemishes, scratches, or wear visible upon closer inspection. It may exhibit some toning or light spotting, typical for coins that have been in circulation but relatively well preserved. Although 2009 Lincoln cents were produced in large quantities, their commemorative nature makes them particularly appealing to collectors, especially when all 4 reverse designs are collected as a set. A single 2009 cent in good condition may not carry high monetary value, often remaining close to face value unless in uncirculated or proof condition, but its numismatic and historical interest is far more significant. What sets the 2009 bicentennial cent apart is not rarity, but symbolism. It reflects a national celebration of Lincoln's enduring legacy, his rise from modest beginnings to the presidency, and his role in preserving the Union. This coin was also a one-year-only issue, with the reverse returning to a new permanent design in 2010, the Union Shield. As such, 2009 stands out in the timeline of Lincoln cents as a year of transition, commemoration, and education. For collectors, even those just starting, this coin provides a window into both U.S. history and the evolution of American coinage. It represents a moment when the U.S. Mint temporarily set aside the traditional wheat or memorial designs to honor a broader narrative of Lincoln's life. Holding one of these coins is like holding a miniature tribute to a man whose leadership, during one of America's most difficult times, shaped the nation's future. In conclusion, the 2009 bicentennial 1-cent coin in good condition is a valuable piece of American numismatic history, not for its price tag, but for the story it tells. Whether it displays the log cabin of Lincoln's childhood, the young rail splitter reading by the fire, the lawyer-turned-leader before the Illinois Capitol, or the monumental symbol of unity represented by the U.S. Capitol dome, each reverse, pays homage to Lincoln's journey. In its modest copper form, this coin is both an educational artifact and a heartfelt national tribute. The 2009 D. Lincoln Bicentennial 1-cent coin is part of a special commemorative series issued by the United States Mint to celebrate the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth and the 100th anniversary of the Lincoln cent, which was first introduced in 1909. The D Mint mark indicates that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the major facilities responsible for coin production in the United States. In 2009, the U.S. Mint released 4 different reverse designs for the Lincoln cent, each representing a key phase of Lincoln's life. Birth and early childhood in Kentucky, 1809–1816, features a log cabin. Formative years in Indiana, 1816–1830, shows a young Lincoln reading while taking a break from rail splitting. Professional life in Illinois, 1830–1861, depicts Lincoln standing in front of the Illinois State Capitol. Presidency in Washington, D.C., 1861–1865, illustrates the half-finished U.S. Capitol dome under construction, symbolizing a nation in turmoil and transformation. Each design was issued for a portion of the year 2009 and minted in large quantities for circulation, including versions from both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Collectors and the public were encouraged to save these coins due to their historical significance and limited one-year designs. Your 2009 D Bicentennial cent, in good condition, suggests it has seen some circulation but still retains much of its original detail and appeal. The obverse of the coin features the familiar right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner, with inscriptions, "In God We Trust," above Lincoln's head, "Liberty" to the left, and the date, 2009, with the D Mint mark to the right. The reverse, depending on which of the 4 designs you have, will reflect one of the important stages of Lincoln's life. All reverse designs include the inscriptions United States of America, 1 cent, and E Pluribus Unum. In terms of value, 2009 D Bicentennial Lincoln cents in circulated but good condition typically hold only face value, 1 cent, as they were produced in very high numbers, hundreds of millions for each reverse design. However, uncirculated or proof versions, especially those in high grades or struck on special planchets, can hold more value for collectors. Despite their modest market value, these coins are significant for their historical and educational importance. They offer a snapshot of Lincoln's life and serve as a tribute to a president whose legacy helped shape the United States. Many collectors enjoy assembling a full 2009 Lincoln Bicentennial set, including all 4 designs from both the Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver D mints. Your coin, being from the Denver Mint and in good condition, is a fine representative of this commemorative year and continues to be appreciated as part of modern U.S. numismatic history.